My name is Michelle Forcier, and I have a medical degree from University of Connecticut, residency, University of Utah Pediatrics, and I've worked for a number of different Planned Parenthoods for 20 years. I do advanced contraception and abortion.
Really quick, smash or pass?
Hell no. I mean, she's already worked for Planned Parenthood, so she's already started off on the wrong foot. And for some reason, I don't know why do these people always have like blue or green hair?
I don't get it.
I don't understand.
Do you think I can pull it off?
No, don't even
Should I do it?
Don't do it, pal.
Should I?
Don't do it. I'm telling you, I do not know why these crazy leftists have green or blue hair.
It's always the crazy ones. I don't understand it.
Let's see how crazy she is.
Okay. Maybe she's a nice old lady. We don't know.
As well as gender hormones, and sort of looking at the whole sort of schema of gender, sex, and reproductive justice.
So you've done a lot of work in this field. Could you just start by telling us?
Sure.
At what age can a child first begin to transition into another gender or identify themselves as a gender different from how they were born?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's research and data that show that babies and infants understand differences in gender. Some children figure out their gender really early, and the reason why we are...
Because the fact that she tried to put in babies and infants, this is too sinister for me.
I don't... how would a baby know?
She's saying there's research that says that babies and infants know.
You know what I always say? I don't need to see a study to know that's not true.
Right.
It's just, people take studies so out of context. I don't even know what she's talking about, but it's just common sense.
But common sense isn't common with these people, that's the thing.
No.
It's not common, anyway, her hair, we'll see.
Okay, question. How old's your son?
He's 9.
He's 9.
He's 10 this month.
Do you, if he really wanted to change his gender, what would you do?
At what age? At this age?
Yeah.
I would tell him, I would explain a lot of things to him as to why it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? At some point in time, my son wanted to be Sonic the Hedgehog. Because he loved Sonic, right? When he was 5, he was like, Dad, I want to be Sonic, I want to be Sonic. And I'm like, yeah, and so he used to run like Sonic everywhere we went. It was a thing. Should I have turned my son into Sonic the Hedgehog?
According to these people.
No. So as a father who is trying to guide their child, I will guide him in the way I see fit. Do you know what I mean? I actually had a conversation about this yesterday with somebody, and they were saying, I hope your son is gay because we were talking about like this. And I was like, why would you hope my son is gay? Oh, so you can be less ignorant. And I was like, isn't it funny that the left, they wish death on people, they wish all kinds of things on people, and conservative people, people who are just rolling with common sense, they don't do that.
No, conservatives can have a debate and not attack who you are. But the left, they immediately go for your character. I was doing public interviews yesterday. Oh my gosh. And immediately they go for, well, why would you do this? Do you hate women? I'm like, I am a woman. Allegedly, I guess I don't know. I could be a man.
You could be a man now. Remember what I said?
I could be a man.
You could be a man.
The reason why we say, oh, that's interesting or important is because they're figuring out their gender identity is not necessarily congruent with their sex assigned at birth.
When the doctor sees the penis and says, this is a male, has the sex of male, that's an arbitrary distinction?
Telling that family, based on that little penis, that your child is absolutely 100% male identified, no matter what else occurs in their life, that's not...
Look at Matt's face.
The thing is, right, you have to give him some props because he knows she's talking bullshit.
Yeah.
And he's just like, gotta get this interview done.
The lead attorney talks about how if someone's being crazy, you have to not let your face change because you want to let them keep going and expose.
Yeah, and hang themselves basically.
Yeah. He can't hide it.
That's not correct.
So what is gender affirmation care? You're a big proponent of. If we walk through, a child is sitting down with you, is questioning their gender. What's the gender affirmation process?
Affirmation means that as a pediatrician, as someone who says my job is to provide the best medical care for you, is I need to listen really carefully. And how I put it in words for kids so that they can understand it is, tell me your story. Where have you been in terms of your gender and your gender identity?
How would your son respond to that?
Tell me your story. He'd probably tell me a story. He'd just be like, all right, so yesterday I was with my friends and we were playing football or whatever. Tell me your story. That's a statement you ask an adult. You don't ask a child that question.
Well, because they don't even know. Like, what are... I mean, it's funny. I haven't been around, like, a ton of kids in a while. Because when I grew up, like, around... Because I have 9 siblings, you know? So there's always, like, a child in the house. And, like, the difference in your brain between when you're 9 and 15 is, like, crazy. You're a completely different person. So how are they going to have someone make a decision at 9 that would have... It would affect the rest of their life.
And that's the thing. You're allowed to do something that can affect the rest of your life at that age, but you're not allowed to smoke, not allowed to drink.
Oh, yeah.
But you can change your whole gender.
Okay. Do you know what I was doing when I was 10?
Go on.
I was obsessed with Japan. I wanted to be Japanese.
You could have had, you could have been transracial.
I could have, yeah. I was wearing kimonos at the mall.
And
just like for fun, because I thought Japan was so...
Did you learn a language?
A movie that had some Japanese in it, and I just memorized like the lines in the movie, and me and my friends would say it back and forth to each other at the mall.
Kids. Kids, that's what kids do.
You could say I was cool.
I'm sure you thought you were cool.
No, I am. I'm like so cool.
Right.
I was. Okay.
In terms of your gender and your gender identity, where are you right now? And more excitingly, where would you like to be in the future?
Have you ever met a 4-year-old who believes in Santa Claus? Mm-hmm. So this is someone who believes that a fat man is traveling through the sky on a flying reindeer at lightning speed, coming down his chimney with presents.
Yeah.
Would you say that this is someone who maybe has a tenuous grasp on reality?
They have an appropriate 4-year-old handle on the
Sure.
reality
Agreed.
that's very real for them.
Agreed. But Santa Claus is real for them, but Santa Claus is not actually real.
Yeah, well, but Santa Claus does deliver their Christmas presents.
See? 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 To that child, they are. So what she's saying is, you can create your own reality in your head, and if you believe it, it's true.
That's why you can't argue with these people.
But that's why people have like schizophrenia and stuff like that. They create a world in their head and they believe that they are going through all of these things, and this is why they get medicated. Because doctors know that that's actually not reality. What these people are doing is saying, okay, the reality that you've created in your head, yeah, we'll make that your reality. It's crazy.
It's actually insane. And oh my gosh, because I don't know how you could be this old. Like, this is an old lady and still believe that. Like I'm 25, you know what I mean? I'm like manosphere gold, you know?
She's at prime age, guys.
25 and childless. I'm almost gonna hit my wall.
Someone's gonna snap you up soon.
You would think, right?
Nah, they will.
But no. And I feel like at 25, I have a better grasp on reality than this old lady.
Yeah.
This shouldn't be.
Unfortunately.
This shouldn't be.
Well, yeah, but he's not real, though.
To that child, they are.
When I see a child who, believes in Santa Claus, and then let's say this is a boy and he says, I'm a girl. This is someone who can't distinguish between fantasy and reality, so how could you take that as a reality?
I would say that as a pediatrician and as a...
Wait, she's a pediatrician. Oh my God, I forgot she was a doctor. I totally forgot in this interview she was a doctor because she seems so dumb. She has to be somewhat...
But she just contradicted herself because she said, I would say how wonderful my child's imagination is. So she's actually acknowledging it's in here.
Oh, I didn't even catch that.
Because your imagination isn't there. So she's just acknowledged that it's in the head. But I'm sure she'll still try and justify it.
I would say how wonderful my 4-year-old and their imagination is.
Male gametes. That's what makes me male.
No, your sperm don't make you male.
Then what does?
It's a constellation.
In reality, in truth, okay?
Whose truth are we talking about?
The same truth that says we're sitting in this room right now, you and I.
No, you're not listening.
If I see a chicken laying eggs and I say that's a female chicken laying eggs, did I assign female, or am I just observing a physical reality that's happening in the world?
Does a chicken have gender identity? Does a chicken cry?
Okay, but it. These are the same people that are gonna say like men should cry the same as women, and that there's no difference between male and female, like the way we dress.